All right, here we go, guys. It is Clarence Fisher, and today we're going to talk about getting your domain name. Now, we're going to actually this week go through what it takes to have your very own landing page here, and just become the hunted instead of the hunter. You've heard that before, but anyway, basically, we're going to get you looking a little more professional and allow you to attract more prospects and more IBOs, which is ultimately the game plan, right? That's what you got in this thing for. You don't just end up here though. You end up here, but you don't just start here. Most people, you got to think. AmeriPlan gives us all websites. MyHomeBusinessPage.com. You've got IBOPlus.com. Then it's / whatever your IBO number is. Like myhomebusinesspage.com / 39468949. Well, that is very, very hard to remember for prospect to remember, and again, also unattractive. So we're going to get you an attractive name and get you to be able to stand out from the crowd, and we're going to do that by giving you right here a custom domain name. You see, sixfigurefamily.com. That's the domain name that I use for my AmeriPlan stuff. And what that does is it says, hey, this guy is thinking about six figures. And what I want a six-figure family to stand for is basically we are a family of IBOs that our main goal is to help you reach six figures in AmeriPlan. So that's the whole deal. So you want a domain name that says who you are, what you are, as well, so that you can stand out from the clutter. And later on we're going to get into sending people places like here other than your website. But first things first, I want to get you a custom domain name so that you can stand out. And in order to do that, we are going to, if I can highlight that, we're going to go to a place called GoDaddy. You see, I have it here, GoDaddy.com. And the reason I use GoDaddy.com is because they are super cheap, like $10 a year. You can have your own custom domain name. Pretty cool there, huh? So as that's loading, basically, you have your own domain name because it just looks professional. You want to brainstorm about 10 to 20 different domain names, possibilities. Put the ones that you really want first. Because when you go here, you see this little bar here. This is so that you can search and see if the domain name that you want is available. Let's say six figure, let's say AmeriPlanners. Let's see if that's available. And you have your choice here of a .com. You can get a .net, .me, .info, .org, .mobi, all these types of .. You can probably get a .dot. But do you know the most common extension there is? Yep, .com. If you want to try to get the .com if it's available. Alrighty, if it's not available and you really, really want it, you might be able to get away with .net. Okay, but understand that whoever has the .com version is going to be probably the default for people to go to. I mean, because people just think .com. But we're going to search and see if six-figure AmeriPlanners is available. You just press go, and it's going to pop up and show us either it's available or it's not available. And look, it's available, sixfiguremeriplanners.com. First try. So if that was the domain name that I really, really wanted, I would go ahead and purchase that. You see that it's only $9.99 a year. Now here's an important thing when choosing your domain name. Okay, GoDaddy will give you other variances, maybe some things that some other names that you might be interested in. Again, if six-figure AmeriPlanners here was not available, it would say sixfiguremeriplanners.com is taken, and then it would still give me some suggestions of other domain names that I might want instead of that, like the sixfigureameriplanners.com. Of course, I would be careful not to use that because if I tell you the sixfigureameriplanners.com and you go and just type in sixfigureameriplanners.com, then whoever has sixfigureameriplanners.com gets my traffic. I don't really want that to happen. But also, GoDaddy is the king of upsells, so they will try to sell you everything, and you're going to see this. All you want is the domain name. Okay, you've got your domain name. We're going to proceed to check out, and here we are. What did I tell you? They're going to sell us some more stuff. Sixfigureameriplanners.net, .org, .info. Now listen, if you have a domain name that you absolutely love, then go ahead and get all that stuff. Because, and the reason being is what I just told you. If you've got sixfigureameriplanners.com and you're making a big splash in the internet market there, and you're sending a lot of traffic to there, somebody's going to get smart and register sixfigureameriplanners.net and siphon some of that traffic from you. So if you just really love it and know that you're going to keep that domain name for a long time, you might want to do that. Otherwise, continue to the checkout. For right now, we just want the domain name. We don't know if we're going to keep this domain name next year or what we're going to do, right? But we definitely want a year because you're going to be in business for at least a year, right? Because if you haven't decided to be in business for a year, then you probably should not be on this list anyway. So here we are. I already have a GoDaddy account, so I could buy this under my current account. But if you do not, what you would do is fill in your first name, last name, email address, all of your registration information, and then you would click continue. Okay? So here we are again. Now, it's going to pop up as a default for you to register this domain name for 5 years. But again, here we go. We're going to switch this to 1 year. 1 year, because we're going to be in business for at least 1 year. Oh yeah, and the longer that we're in business, the longer Google loves it because they know you're going to be around. Here you can get it certified, your certified domain, or uncertified. Certified costs $2.99 a year. We're not going to do that. We're going to keep it uncertified, which is free. And here again, they want you to add hosting and all that stuff. Don't you even worry about that right now. Okay, here's some other stuff they want us to add. Private registration, helps protect yourself from. We're not worried about that. Business registration, not worried about that. Expiration protection, not worried about that. We just want a standard domain name. Again, they are the king of upsells. We want to say no thanks, and then we want to continue. Alrighty, then we're going to end up here at the review of the shopping cart. We're about ready to check out. We've got the sixfigureameriplanners.com registered for a year. Excuse me there. Again, they're trying to sell us .org, .net. We don't want all that. We want a year of this for $9.99 after taxes and all that miscellaneous charges and stuff. Comes to $10.19, a whopping $10.19. So that's not at all bad. So we've got our new domain name. We're about to the owner here. Important account alert. Uh-oh, I've got 2 domains that are at risk of expiring. So I have several tens of thousands of domain names. Not really, but quite a few. Click here. Whether you want to pay with PayPal, credit card, all of that stuff, you have to agree to the terms of service. When you're bored one day, have nothing else to do in life, read all of that. Okay? And then check out now. And we have weathered the storm. We've said no thanks to every single thing that they have to offer. All we want is the domain name. And now finally we are here about to pay $10.19. Fill in all your information there. Put your credit card information there. Pay $10.19 and check out, and you are the proud owner of your own domain. Now, we're going back to sixfigurefamily.com because what I want to show you is that's the first step, getting your own domain. Can you hear my chair creaking there? I can kind of hear that. Getting your own domain name there so that you stand out from all of the other AmeriPlan IBOs. You're not sending someone to myhomebusinesspage.com / a number that they will never, ever, ever remember. Now, tomorrow we're going to talk about how to redirect that to a landing page, because now that you have your custom domain name, you're a professional. You don't want to send your people to your AmeriPlan replicated website, and we'll get into that tomorrow too. Why you really don't want to do that. So watch your email, and we'll talk to you then.